Good morning, students. Today first I will discuss about the questions that is based on your previous video. Write two advantages and disadvantages of computer network. Advantages: central storage of data. Files can be stored on a central node, the file server, that can be shared and made available to each and every user in an organization. Next, anyone can connect to a computer network. There is a negligible range of abilities required to connect to a modern computer network. The effortlessness of joining makes it workable for even youthful kids to start exploiting the data. Disadvantages of network. First, it lacks robustness. If a PC system's principal server separates, the whole framework would end up futile. Also, if it has a bridging device or a central linking server that fails, the entire network would also come to a standstill. To manage these issues, gigantic systems ought to have a groundbreaking PC to fill in as document server to influence setting to up and keeping up the system less demanding. Next, it lacks independence. PC organizing includes a procedure that is worked utilizing PCs, so individuals will depend a greater amount of PC work rather than applying an exertion for their jobs that needs to be done. Besides this, they will be subject to the primary document server, which implies that in the event that it separates, the framework would end up futile, making clients inactive. Next, what is the difference between hub and switch? Difference between hub and switch. Hub is operated on physical layer while switch is operated on data link layer. Hub is a broadcast type transmission while switch is a unicast, multicast and broadcast type transmission. Hub have minimum 4 ports while switch can have 24 to 28 ports. In hub there is only one collision domain, while in switch different ports have own collision domain. Hub is a half duplex transmission mode while switch is a full duplex transmission mode. Define communication channel. A communication channel is a type of media that is used to transfer a message from one person to another. In business, specifically, communication channels are the way information flows in the organization within and with other companies. Write short notes on web browser and World Wide Web. A web browser takes you anywhere on the internet, letting you see text, images, and video from anywhere in the world. The World Wide Web, commonly known as the web, is an information system where documents and other web resources are identified by uniform resource locator, which may be interlinked by hypertext and are accessible over the internet. So students, first I will discuss about internet service provider, then types of internet connectivity. After that, I will discuss about data transfer on the internet. Internet service provider. Internet service providers, ISP, are the companies that provide internet service to us. The ISP provides a bridge between all the other computers in the world which are a part of the internet and your computer. ISPs usually provide various internet connection speeds, a software package, username, password, and access phone number for a monthly fee. Equipped with a modem, you can then log on to the internet and browse the World Wide Web. In India, the popular ISPs are Airtel, Tata, Docomo, MTNL, Reliance, Vodafone, etc. ISPs range in size from small to very large and differ in terms of the area they service. ISPs also differ in the types of connection technologies and speeds they offer. Next topic is internet connectivity. Nowadays, there are different types of internet connectivity. It can be widely categorized into wired and wireless access. These are as follows. Internet access, domain name registration, dial-up access, leased line access. ISPs, access providers, mailbox providers, hosting ISPs, virtual ISPs, free ISPs. Okay. Access providers, they provide access to internet through telephone lines, cable, Wi-Fi or fiber optics. Mailbox providers, such providers offer mailbox hosting services. Next, hosting ISPs. Hosting ISP offers email and other web hosting services such as virtual machines, clouds, etc. Virtual ISP. Such ISPs offer internet access via other ISP services. Free ISPs. Free ISPs do not charge for internet services. Connection types. There exist several ways to connect to the internet. Following are these connection types available. Dial-up connection, ISDN, DSL, cable TV internet connections, satellite internet connections, wireless internet connection. First, dial-up connection is a slower connection but still used by many people. First point, a modem external or internal. Internal modem is present in most computers these days. A dedicated telephone line. A computer to connect to the internet with the proper software. An internet service provider. A modem, internal or external, connects to the internet after the computer dials a phone number. You can either make calls or connect to the internet at a time. If there is only one telephone connection, in this connection you can occasionally surf the net and send emails, etc. as the connection is slow. Next, DSL, digital subscriber line. This is a much faster connection and there is no need to dial a phone number to connect. You can do many exciting things like playing games, online shopping, watching movies with much ease using a broadband connection. In this type of connection, you need a phone connection to use the telephone lines, a broadband modem provided by the ISP. Next, internet service provider. And one thing more, DSL technique available today is asymmetric DSL, symmetric DSL, high bitrate DSL, rate adaptive DSL, very high bitrate DSL, ISDN DSL. All of the above mentioned technologies differ in their upload and download speed, bit transfer rate, and level of service. Next, cable connection. Cable TV internet connection is provided through cable TV lines. It uses coaxial cable which is capable of transferring data at much higher speed than common telephone line. Cable network provides an internet connection through a cable modem and operates over cable TV. The speed is quite fast. It has two outlets, one for the TV and other for the computers. Wireless internet connection. Wireless internet connection makes use of radio frequency band to connect to the internet and offers a very high speed. The wireless internet connection can be obtained by either Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. Wi-Fi wireless technology is based on IEEE 802.11 standards, which allows the electronic device to connect to the internet. Bluetooth wireless technology makes use of short wavelength radio waves and helps to create personal area network. Example of wireless connection: 3G and 4G. 3G, short for third generation, is a set of standard used for mobile devices and mobile telecommunication services and networks. High speed downlink packet access is a 3G mobile telephony communications protocol that allows higher data transfer speeds and capacity. 4G, short for fourth generation, also called next generation network, offers one platform for different wireless networks to support more demanding services such as gaming service, SD mobile TV, video conferencing, and 3D TV. WiMAX, worldwide interoperability for microwave access, is a wireless communication standard designed to provide mobile broadband connectivity across cities and countries through a variety of devices. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a, I have already explained. Wi-Fi is a popular technology that allows an electronic device such as computers or mobile phones to exchange data wirelessly over a network, including high-speed internet connections. One more, mobile broadband. This is a high speed internet connection using an internet dongle. It is a small USB device that allows you to access the internet. You can use a 3G dongle or 4G dongle. It is also referred to as a USB modem, an internet stick, or a USB mobile broadband stick. Next, data transfer on the internet. Data transmission, digital transmission or digital communication is the physical transfer of data over a point-to-point or multi-point communication channel. The data is represented as an electronic signal. Data travels across the internet in packets. Each packet can carry a fixed number of bytes. These packets are addressed with a header and footer. The header and footer contain the information about the data source and destination. Different packets from the same source may not follow the same path. Packets travel from one machine to another until they reach their destination. Homework for today is there are 5 fill in the blanks and 2 true and false. Question number 8. In which network architecture do all computers have an equal status? What is WWW? How is 3G different from 4G? Thank you.